Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's Montgomery. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Second down coming up. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They boot it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Lost to fire on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off.
After watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Montgomery. The screen, he's got wheels. There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
He makes a grab. It's a fumble. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Finds his tight end. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. To the air on first down. Throwing right. He's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run.
Breaks into the open. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Still running at the 35. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. They get to him as he throws.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense. Getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Found a seam. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes him, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. On the option. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Gonna sling it on second down. Touchdown, Alabama! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They had a fantastic offseason, #1 recruiting class in the country, but with that comes a little pressure. So how much pressure is on this class?
Well, lots of pressure, no question about it. But I think we're in an era of college football where you're seeing more and more true freshmen see the field early and have impacts early and make plays. Think about Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State during their national championship season. These kids are ready to go. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of fans, David, really excited to see what they can do.
Pressure is a privilege. Like when you get elite talent, that's what you're starting to do. Hey, bring them in, develop them, understand, like, that's...
Gonna let it fly. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Edwards.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picked puts up more than 40.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to pass. It's Montgomery. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Change now on second and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. Fires to the right. Got a man, it's Larson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Off play action. Got his man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
they have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Oh, they're after him. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Hilton. And into the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Turning it on. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Montgomery. Oh, they had the screen all set up on 1st down, and he couldn't make the catch.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it out quickly. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a 1st half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Got it in the middle. It's Larson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Larson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Montgomery. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands. It's Edwards. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. There is a flag on the field, so let's see if this guy's going to get another shot at it. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Splits the uprights. Good. And we've got a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Clark. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's got it on the right. There he goes. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
See, not all linebackers are just big meatheads, right? That come downhill and hit you in the mouth. What a good job of understanding. It's a passing situation. I drop back. I see it. I break on the football in zone coverage. Give me that rock.
Here come the Irish back on offense. For that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
From the gun, running back on the move. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Montgomery. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It is perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have...
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Irish!
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Snags it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field. You get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Got some room to run. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It is a game of field position, and after a return like that, man, are they set up. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Edwards. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Clark. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Back to pass. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Deny them on 2nd and goal. Go straight ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown time! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
To throw, it's Montgomery. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. The play action fake. Fires to the right. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And they found the big fella again. And they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Wants to keep it in the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Bounced off his feet.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Finds his back in the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they...
Time to take a shot. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Fires left. Got him downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Clark. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Man, this dude's flown by 200, flown by 300, and now thrown by 400. Almost 450 yards in the ball game. This dude has been on point.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
I don't know what you want to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
Wants to throw again. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up mid-yardage on the return. What a play there.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Quarterback takes a knee. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like